Hello, welcome to this altcoin daily analysis with Bitcoin Gorilla. Today, I'll be looking at Binance Coin. I'm talking about BNB. So, Binance Coin, if you don't know, is the coin that is used on the Binance exchange to pay for fees. So, if you're on Binance exchange and you have BNB, you reduce your payment by almost 50%. Now, depending on your level. Now, one thing about Binance Coin is money. Binance Coin is has been seeing a lot of money coming into it, right? That is why Binance Coin was able to move from the all-time made it from $33 this year to almost 68, almost $690. That is the all-time high that we saw this year. $690. That is wonderful, right? You will say, because Binance Coin is used in the exchange that is actually the best exchange in the world, having the best volume. So you want to trade in an exchange that has enough volume, 24 hours volume, liquidity, no matter the volatility of the market, no matter how much the crypto market is crashing, you should be able to sell your coin and get out that instant. And Binance exchange tend to have enough volume, and this really helps a lot of people slash down their fees of trading by using Binance coin, really resulting to Binance coin seeing a lot of volume and money entering the market, that the price was able to skyrocket from $33 to 690. But then what? Because now it's still around 605, right? So what next? You might ask Bitcoin Gorilla. Now that is what me and you we're going to be finding out if you're going to stick by. And if you've not subscribed, remember I am always jumping on these altcoins and taking them one by one down with my episode called Altcoin Daily, right? So you see these altcoins, we just pick one every day, one, two, three every day, and drop them down, right? Just using pure price action. And if you don't know, I always draw my analysis from scratch. So join me as I start. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, because you don't want to miss daily interesting analysis like this, right? This is for entertainment purposes. This is not a financial advice. So make sure you do your diligent research before you jump into anything you get from here. So let's jump right straight into it. No indicators, zero indicators. So the first thing I'm going to find is my support and resistance level. Now, if you know me, I use my special developed strategy called the Bitcoin Gorilla Box strategy. I am going to be implementing that in this chart. But first of all, let me get my support and resistance using the horizontal line. So I have these are the obvious points where Binance coin got rejected and reacted, right? But if you look closely, you find out that the lines don't seem to stop all the piercing, right? So I need something that could give me a better understanding of this line, because if I put my stop loss right here, right here, or let's say price was in this point. Let's say I put my stop loss right here. You can see price has just come and pierced through the lines, which tells me a line is not good enough, right? But that is what is going to take me to my next step, which is what? Starting by getting my box. Now mind you, this is higher time frame, this is monthly chart, please. This is monthly chart. This is because there's enough data to work with. That is why I'm going to start working with the monthly chart. So this is the monthly chart, but I want to do most of my drawing in the daily chart, right? So I will tell you that this point, not daily chart, weekly chart, excuse me. So let's go to weekly chart. This is the weekly chart, and I seem to have a better view of the chart right here. So I'm going to get my support and resistance area of this box, this first box. So, and I'm going to change the color. Now I need to zoom in to get this right. This is the support and resistance of this big box, right? You can see there was a long time consolidation. I can actually contain this part in a box, but I think with the data we have, we can work with this, right? So the next thing I want to do is draw my second box. What is the next place I'm seeing a lot of drama? I can tell you I'm seeing a lot of drama here, starting from this point down to this point, right? And I can actually get the support and resistance area. I can get the support and resistance. I can tell you this is the resistance area of that box. Let's change the color of that to probably pink, and let's get the support. That was the resistance area, and this is the support area. Good. Now, if you want to know what I'm looking at while drawing this chart, I will leave a video below this video on how to draw support and resistance using the Bitcoin Gorilla strategy. Now, it's very simple, no indicator. All you need is just two tools: the trend line, and the trend line, which are two types. You have the horizontal line and the vertical one, or should I say the slanting one. And then you have the box, right? The rectangular box. These are just the two tools you need, right? No stress, very easy, very beginner friendly. So the next thing I want to say is I've gotten my boxes and I've gotten my resistance and support areas as well. So the next thing I see is that I can have a bias line in this situation, a quite clear bias line. So I'm going to zoom in so that we have a better view of what we are working with. Remember, we're still on the daily, on the weekly chart. Why do I keep calling it daily though? We are still on the weekly chart. So obviously here we have Binance coin. Real money is on this coin. You see price here, a first touch, a second successful touch, but there's no third touch, right? So something is still missing, right? There's a third touch missing. Now, the question now being is, right now, remember what I talked about, that resistance when broken becomes a support. And I always also talk about support when broken becomes automatically a resistance, right? So this point was a resistance in the past, right? This point, this area on this box, right? This entire box, this area, this entire box, this entire box, right? This area is a resistance, this area is a support. And you can see the last time price broke above it, it returned and returned all the way back to the support, right? And then we had some sideways. Good. Now that sideways gave a little gap, because if I zoom in, you're going to see a gap that the sideways did not touch this line. There's a little gap. That's the gap, right? But then it went up, hit the inner resistance this time around, got rejected, and then come to touch that point, and then price went back up, right? Real money is really in this coin because it keeps respecting this bias line and giving it, in fact, giving it gap, right? That is a good thing, right? Now you see this price returning. Now it has returned, and when it returned, it entered this point, then pull back up to retest this point. Real money in this market, and then crossing sideways. This is weekly chart, so this is a good data. When I see a candle that is more than, this is almost five candles, and this price is still stuck in this area, the same area that it dives straight the last period, it just tells you that money is in the market and there's a really battle between buyers and sellers on this coin going down. Now, at this point, what do I see happening? I do see a little down coming on this coin. Chances are that they are not going to conquer this on this second. It's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be an easy conquering, like they are going just going to, no, they are not just going to go like that, right? But they could, right? This is crypto. I like being open-minded. They could. So what will make them do that? What could be that money? What could be that support? What could be that demand area that is going to make this bull take this journey up? Now, for us to understand what this is, please let's take it to daily chart, because this line I'm drawing now is not a strong line, and I have a reason why I'm taking it to daily chart, and I'm going to tell you. So let's first of all clear this. Now remember, if you want to learn all the strategy and how it works, I teach you from scratch. Makaveli traders. I started a community of traders myself. There's no monthly subscription, so nobody's going to ask you to pay any monthly subscription. There's no yearly subscription. All you need is a one-time access. And mind you, please don't get scammed. Makaveli traders only allow access 3 times in a year. 3 times in a year. There's only 3 times admission into Makaveli Traders to trade life with me. You trade with me for a lifetime, for all my life. I share with you all my trading plans, both the ones I'm going to develop, I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to train you 3 months intensive life training on this particular strategy because it has a lot of iron laws to make sure to avoid losses. If you don't know, I am a high leverage trader. I trade 125x, which is very unusual to the crypto market and every other person, but I trade 125x and I ride it comfortable without no liquidation. And I'm going to show you. In fact, I share it live with all my trader. All my students actually trade it, not just me. So if you think you doubt it, you can come and find out yourself. All of them trade it. We trade 125x, but we have iron laws that protect us and make sure that we don't get um really lose money in this market, especially the kind of leverage that we trade. So this strategy comes with iron laws. If you are using this strategy, there are certain laws that I use with it, that I've developed, that works with it, and they work perfectly to give you a good result on the trade. If you want to learn it, just come and join Makaveli Trader. It's a once in a lifetime access, and not just once in a lifetime access. You have access to books, trading books. If you've been struggling finding trading books to read, we give you access to the Makaveli Traders Library. These books contain all the books that I've read that has given me the knowledge to where I am. So you're going to see what I've seen, what I've heard from the past, our brave heroes like JC Livermore, which is my almighty inspiration in all my trading and my trading strategy. Everything I learn is pure price action. So I give thanks to just Livermore because I have to say the truth where I get my strategies from. It's just that most of them are built out of my experience, and a lot of these he didn't use the box strategy. I just developed it out of my experience plus things that I learned from him. So you come, I will share all my strategies with you. I will share I'll also train you for 3 months live, and not just that, you get access to trade every day with me. So one thing I know about this market is it's not about rush, 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 rush. Patience. If you come to Makaveli Traders, you're going to learn patience and FOMO. You're going to learn how to stop FOMO in your life entirely. You will stop FOMOing. In fact, you will be amazed on how much you don't FOMO no more. You will stop FOMOing. It's pure price action. We are patient traders. We trade with patience. We never FOMO. And we see it before it happens. Go and read all my analysis. You're going to understand. And I share it with you. I draw with you. And I tell you what I'm saying. So in this particular analysis, in this B&B, I tell you that B&B traders, buyers are fighting hard. But I don't see how long they can stand this war, right? So the war they are fighting is if okay now that we've come to daily chart, let me show you something. You see they have broken the line. Let me show you the broken line. This is daily chart. I'm going to zoom in so you're going to see it, so you can see the broken line. So you see it, the broken line. And this broken line had like 3 touches, right? You can see it. They have just retested it. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and they broke it, which is a very important thing to take note of, right? Now they have come back to it, which is a trick. Is a trick. Is a trick because they are going to come back right down, and this time around they are going to end on the second one. So them going back of it, back to the trend line they have broken is called a breakdown retest. They are retesting the breakdown. Does not mean they are going back up. So don't get deceived. And another good important thing right now is this. That is, I'm considering the BS. The BS chances of winning what is happening on BTT is the point that I am seeing a rejection before out taking the last high. This is a little just looking like a double bot top, right? This looks like a double top. And God have mercy, I don't like the history of double top. They never look good. So this is why let's first talk about the bulls before we come back to the BS. But I am not biased in my analysis. I like being 100. I like being 100. The reason is being that I rather be honest with myself, knowing that I am the same buyer and I am the same seller. So if I buy, I'm expected to sell at some point. So I must do my analysis non-bias of the buyers and sellers so that I'll be able to play my part to benefit me instead of saying, oh, buy always make me money. I will keep buying and I'll keep losing money when the market is saying sell. Or maybe sell always make me money and I'll keep selling when the market is actually pointing buy. This is why I am never biased. I am open-minded because trading is a game of probability 50-50. And I am best friend with my stop loss because it always protects me, especially when I'm a high leverage trader. I never enter a trade without a stop loss. So in this situation, I see a break, a break of this trend line here, and I also see a piercing of my resistance area in the past, which is now support. It acted support here, it acted support here, but now it pierced through it. Is that a good thing? No, that's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. If you acted as support here, and you pierced through and you went back up, okay, fine. If the volume continues, if the buy demand in this new environment that is now acting as support continues, then we could see price diving right back up and continue the move to the upside, which I see chances now are very low on B and B. Instead, I see more chances of a dive down. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I see more chances of a dive down, right? A dive down that could take price to what price? For 30, let's say 430 zone, right? 430 zone. And let's just assume this sell-off continues. We could have price go again like this towards this point again. I think there's a very important area I have to take note of here. And that is our trend line right here. Let's get it right. Let me take away all this so that you're going to be seeing what I'm doing here. So I took it down so that it will be entirely with at least 3 point. I can see one here. I can see another one here, a mini one here, another one here, and another one. So it's a very important support. Now compare the support that I just pointed. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 4, right? This is 4, but it pierced through it, so that's why I didn't count it. 5. This is a strong support. Compare this 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? So chances are that when it returns, it's going to hit this point. This point. Remember, our resistance area. All this area was resistance in the past, right? In the past, and was support as well in the past, right? And here is support, here's support. Now it acted like support again. So them returning, they are going to hit this point, and then they're going to try to bounce. Now, how far can they bounce when they get to this point? Let's find out, right? Let's find out. Can they return back up? Can they return back up? So how far can they return back up? How far can they return back up once they get to this line? Now, the thing about this line, the thing about the support here is this line, right? My point here, there's a coincidence between this point and this point. So the reaction could go back up, right? You could see them respecting something like this, right? That is, if I were to draw, let me use a clear trend line. Something like this, right? So now let's consider the bull bands. If they go and they get rejected here, they will return here, right? They will go again. I do see them getting rejected actually here to come this point. But if the buy force here, like I said, the demand is high, they could go back up to come back, right? And if they could continue and maintain it, they could continue their journey. That is considering the bull. But chances are high, like I say, that they fail and they return to this point. Hopefully, we don't get a dump to this point. That is the worst case scenario. If they will break through there, it means it is over. So good point is for you to put a stop loss right here. That is if you're buying B&B. I don't trust B&B going back up instantly where it is. If you've not subscribed, subscribe if you find this video entertaining, and give me a like so that I will feel joyous when next I'm jumping on this video.